Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Capitalist here on behalf of SESN on SBC, bringing to you live from Anaheim Stadium. It's the Milwaukee Honey Badgers, who just rebranded to the Chicago Breeze a couple hours ago, taking on the Anaheim Stars. Just a brief pregame today, no slides. Those of you who don't know, this is my first stream back following my trip to the East Coast. I had a couple of streams before that in the HBL postseason, but I was on vacation in Europe also, so I basically missed the month of July. But I'll be back. I will have to go for a 3-day trip with my chemical engineering club just before the start of school, but contrary to popular belief, I am not the best student. I do have OChem this semester, but I should be streaming a lot of HCBB, and you will see me over in OFL for row football as well. I see a good fan of mine in Gamecast Twitch. How's it going, buddy? Glad to be back. Glad to be back, everyone. We're going to see what's going to happen here today. I got a message just before the game started that one of the teams, I didn't even bother asking which one, only has 3 checks for the game, so we may have to... Oh, it's Derek. Oh, hey, Derek. So we may have to go to a different game, but let's see what happens. Some brief pointers here for the Chicago Breeze Milwaukee Badgers. They lost their... they won, their last game, 6-0. It was a complete game shutout by Drum. Game ended in the 8th inning because Friotech fanalled, and he has since been suspended for the rest of the season. Friotech of the Toronto Tigers, the losing team the last time out. They are 2-2 in the last 4 games. They've been outscored 29-17 over that stretch. However, they still have the first place record of 9-2. They are on their 3rd manager of the year, their 3rd rebrand. They started out actually at the stadium we're here right now before this game loads. They started out as the Honolulu Heat under their 1st manager, and then it was replaced by, I believe it was AJ, who rebranded to Milwaukee. And then now they're on Fishies, their 3rd manager. AJ stepped down, and Fishies has rebranded them to the Chicago Breeze. That came over at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Over that stretch, the Honey Badgers, as they were then, I'll refer to them for this, were shut out, and they only scored 1 run in their other loss for the 2 losses. But despite the fact, again, they were outscored by 8 over the last 4 games, they have the best run differential in the league at 41, and they were the first team to score 100 runs. Now for the Anaheim Stars, their last time out was a 14-4 victory over Wichita. No funny business there. Final was in 9 innings. Nishino had a 2-home-run game to help the Stars' cause. They are 8-3, 2nd place in the standings. How do you do, Volpux? Glad to be back. I saw you're the first one in the stream. They are 4-0 in their last 4 games. They're on that 4-game win streak. Their last victory, of course, the 14-4 victory. But over this period, also a 14-0 shutout. J-Rod pitched a complete game shutout. And they've outscored their opponents 45-7. So they're certainly the better team in terms of form. Not on record yet, but hopefully we'll have a good game here tonight. They have the 2nd best run differential in the league of 39. Well, that's all my pregame notes. This is my first Korean League game of the season. Morgana has been bearing the torch for SBC. So it's gonna take a little warm up. It's me on my lonesome today, unfortunately, but let's just quickly tune around the major leagues. Let's see what has happened and what will happen today. Only a couple final scores on the wire. 2 in the American League East. The New York Yankees battled back and forth with Atlanta Braves, 2nd game of the series. They came out on top, 5-4. Garrett Cole and Chris Sale both pitched pretty good games, I would say. Chris Sale had a very not disappointing, frustrating bottom of the 5th inning. He was called for a balk. He struck out George Lombard twice in the same at-bat, and both times he was ABS challenged, and Lombard had a walk. Then Spencer Jones also was called for a hit by pitch, but on review, he wasn't hit by pitch. And then, of course, that balk, that actually was the go-ahead run at the time. Yankees and Braves traded runs, 2 in the 7th and 8th for the Yanks, and 2 in the 8th and 9th for the Braves, but they held out for the victory. Then a big result for the Yankees came in Boston. The Athletics stopped their 9-game losing streak by beating the Red Sox 7-3. It was Jackson Jump who stopped the slide. He gave up 2 runs in the first inning, but then was scoreless for the rest of the way. The third Red Sox run came in the bottom of the 9th. By then they were trailing 7-2. Athletics scored 6 runs from the 4th to the 7th innings. Then in the National League East, it was Sandy Alcantara and Xavier Edwards inspiring the Marlins to a 7-0 shutout of Walbert Urena and the Los Angeles Angels. So, not much there, just a quick shutout. We're just waiting for the game to start here. We'll keep going. Some games under progress. It is the Blue Jays and the Phillies locked at 2-2. That is the bottom of the 6th inning. Philadelphia has just tied the game. Max Scherzer has just passed Walter Johnson, the great Senators pitcher, for 10th all-time on the strikeout list. And in Kansas City, it is the Royals over the Cubs as it stands. Cubs 4th. Kansas City leading 4-0. Then in the Milwaukee 3rd, it is Minnesota on top of the Brewers 3-1. It is the top of the 3rd in San Diego. Astros and Padres locked at 1 apiece. In St. Louis, looking to be a high-scoring game, it is the Colorado Rocky 3rd. They're leading 4-2 over the St. Louis Cardinals. Middle of 3rd inning in Arlington, Orioles and Rangers 2-1 the score in favor of the Texas home side. Bottom of the 2nd in Southside Chicago, Guardians and White Sox even at 0-0. Those are all the scores currently underway. Oh, Tigers and the Giants in a 0-0 game. Nationals leading the Reds 2-0 in the top half of the 6th. And the Pirates leading the Mets 8-0 in the top half of the 5th. Dodgers and D-backs about to play. And I think that's everything covered. And it's just in the nick of time. It looks like we are going to have a game here. Again, I was told by one of the team's 3 checks that I think we got enough players for a game. Spencer Jones, Loki Buns. He just had a triple today, actually, off of Chris Sale. I think he had a pretty good game, actually. It was on the at-bat where he was allegedly hit by a pitch. The Braves challenged, and obviously it was overturned. And the next pitch, I believe he hit a triple dead center field that tied the game. So we do have enough players, a little more than 3 checks. Moon, you lied to me, buddy. It is, in fact, the Chicago Breeze. Led by Fishies. I forgot to say, the manager for Anaheim and the sole manager this season is Noob Wave. So looking for a good game. It's 1st and 2nd, so hopefully no disappointment. Here, I'm going to stand by for just 1 second. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure that I had the in-game volume because in Vista, which is the RBU league we cover, you can't mute the walk-ups, so you have to mute the entire game audio, which honestly kind of sucks, but that's just how it is. Looking for a good game here tonight. No idea who the starting pitchers are for either side. We're just going to have to play it as it lies. Looks like Anaheim playing with 8, so no catcher. And I believe the Chicago Breeze are playing with 7, so they'll be playing 3-3. All right. We are ready. It is Nishino on the mound for the Stars. You see his stats there. And stepping up is Drum, who just threw that complete game shutout last game out for the Milwaukee Honey Badgers, now the Chicago Breeze. Waiting the first pitch here in just one moment. And here it comes, and it's... Oh, I forgot the new strike zone. It just clips the top part of the zone for the first pitch. They're officially underway here in Anaheim. First pitch at 5:10 local time. That one is low, 1-1. Nishino, of course, one of the top pitchers in HCBB. As that one is hit out to first. And it's going to be one away. Here comes... Apparently this is Goffred, I think it said in the chat. I don't want to pronounce this. This is Krupp Nutty. Sure. We'll go with that. Nishino busy levitating here as he awaits the fourth pitch of the game, excuse me. First pitch to Mr. KRP is in there for a called strike one. It's going to be a little slow. It is awfully hard. Covering everything, scoreboard and all. That is low, 1-1. Nishino with the same sequence so far, a high strike, a low ball. Just keeping it simple here early on. Once again, battle of the heavyweights. First seed at bat right now. Second seed pitching as that one is fouled into the Anaheim dugout, and the count goes 1-2. No score here. Top of the first. Chicago looking to get a early base runner here off Nishino. That one is outside. 2-2. Good eye from the second man up. Saw it all the way. Steps out and comes back in here. It's going to take me a little time to figure out who's on each team as I've been following. That one is hit well. Center field. This ball is carrying. This ball is going. This ball is gone. And out of here for a solo home run here. Second batter to come to the plate in the top half of the first. And first blood to the first place team. Well, I was just touting on about how the Chicago Breeze would love to get some early runs. And they have their first one here tonight. Didn't bother rounding the bases, so I didn't get to show you my down-the-line cam. Doesn't matter. 1-0 here at Chicago. And here is the PM Fishies. It was a good East Coast trip for me. I got to see Washington, New York City, and Boston. And I got to see the 4 major league teams in those cities, as here comes the first pitch to Fishies. And it's low, ball 1. Got to see the Washington Nationals take on Trey Savage and the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays won that game. Then it went over to Flushing, as the 1-0 pitch is high and in, 2-0. Went over to Flushing and saw the Mets lose to the Miami Marlins. And then a couple days passed, and I went to the Yankee Stadium. And the Yankees had that thrilling 10-home run game with the St. Louis Cardinals that the Cardinals won. But then we finally saw the home side win, my dad and I. So when we went over to Boston, the Red Sox took out... Took out... How am I forgetting? Took out the Chicago White Sox. And over the course of that, Fishy singled, and here is Seagulls. A lot of high batting averages in this league. I don't know if it's necessarily just because the pitching is weaker or because of the lack of fielders sometimes. Of course, when you're playing with 5, which is the minimum in some leagues, it's going to be a little easier to get balls to land. As here comes a 1-0 pitch, and that one is grounded over to third. Third to second, over to first, double play to end the frame. And good play there by the third sacker, as Fishies was already running with the play, and it was a bang-bang play at second. No runs on, 1 run, on 2 hits. No errors and none left. We go to the bottom half of the first, and the Chicago Breeze already on top by a score of 1-0. So Nishino goes from the box to the batter's box. And it's allegedly going to be Drum to pitch. Drum just threw the complete game shutout over the Toronto Tigers in 8 innings. He might have stamina because of the fan all, so the game didn't finish. Ball gets thrown away. Bottom half of the first, 1-0 to the away side Chicago Breeze. It's going to be Fishies. I don't know why they... I guess Drum went on the mound to see if he had stamina from the Toronto game, and I'm going to assume he did it. Well, Fishies, a little less effective as a pitcher, but again, in such a potent offensive league like this, you just need effective pitching. I know Wichita is having a pitching problem, but Anaheim and Chicago/Milwaukee have had it going. As first pitch Nishino is blown away, ball 1. Nishino, last main league season. We're about to have main league season 30. I'm very, very interested in how that one's going to go, as Nishino fouls that one down the third base line. Out of play. Count evens out at 1-1. He was the playing manager of the Akala Orbit. And they were missing most of their good players for the season on account of vacations, and they were still punching above their weight. So you never knew what was going to happen over the course of a full season. Of course, we were covering the Chicago Ravens, who had that great winning streak to open up the season, then faltered some. Right after I left for Europe, they swept the Philadelphia Surge, and then they just started dropping games like flies. So count evens out at 2-2 there on a hard hook inside, and the 2-2 pitch is hit up the middle, and this one is not going to get down. Picked quite easily by the center fielder, and there's 1 down in the frame. So here is Carter playing third base tonight. One of the top players on the Anaheim Stars by consensus of the pundits. I think he was named one of 4 top players. Of course, Nishino one of the others, as the 1-1 pitch is inside and count evens out at 1-1. Fishies came quickly with another hook, but that one is high and out, 2-1. But Bueno showing off the new Season 3 catcher's gear. Bueno, of course, on the SBC staff. Don't think he's going to be in the booth today. He's a little busy, as that one is just on the outside edge of the plate, and the count evens out at 2-2. I mean, you think that these updates should be helping pitchers, but they're probably helping hitters. That one is hit well. Left center field. This one is going to get down and past the outfielder. Rounding first and quickly heading to second is Carter. Center fielder not yet up with the ball. Finally gets it in here. Carter was thinking about 3 for just a half second, but a good throw in holds him 2-2. And here is Freeman with a runner in scoring position, looking to tie this game up early on here, bottom half of the first. So, good piece of hitting there on a 2-2 count. Saw a pitch high and took it far as Freeman swings on the first pitch, and that one is hit dead center field over the head of the center fielder, and this one is going to drive in a run. In to score is Carter. Towards second was Freeman. He stopped halfway. Carter does in fact score, and it is a 1-1 game. So, good piece of hitting there by the number 3 man. Saw his pitch right away and did not waste any time. So here is the Anaheim PM Noob Wave. Now batting with a tie ball game. He takes lone in, ball one. Looking for a lot of runs here. This is a very run-scoring league as a new wave check swing, but went around, and the count evens out at 1-1. And the pitch is hit well up the middle, right center field. This one is going. This one is just over the wall here for a home run. Well, it takes you a little second to see if that one is going to be a home run, because in Anaheim, they have that weird rule with the right field wall. But another first pitch swinging. Another first pitch home run. I mean, not first pitch swinging, excuse me. But nonetheless, more runs for Anaheim, and it's 3-1 just like that. Well, only one out in the bottom half of the first, and we have seen 4 runs, 3 for the Stars, and 1 for Chicago. So Fishies need to settle down here and keep it close. Bad vibes up. 5th batter, and still only 1 away bottom half of the first. Check swing does not go around on an inside pitch, 1-0. 2026 Joe Adele makes that catch. Well, he did have that 3 home run robbery game against your Mariners, Morgana. But if you remember, he had that 4-base error sometime after, as Bad Vibes takes outside 2-0 and swings that one, and the count goes to 2-1, where it went in and out of his glove and over the wall for a home run. And actually, he's been a below-average defender in right field despite that 3 home run game. So, it's very interesting the way the metrics work as Bad Vibes swings at a dastardly slow hook way above his head. That makes it the second out of the frame. Perhaps helping out Fishies there. Didn't have a very good at-bat. Well, here is Derek. Swings at the first pitch, strike 1. Hook high in the zone, I think. It's a little hard to it's even harder to tell now if some pitches are strikes or balls. Of course, if it touches any part of the zone, it's a strike now, as Derek hits that one weakly to second. And it's going to be a easy 4-3 putout to end the frame. But not before 3 runs cross the plate, courtesy of an RBI single by Freeman, followed by a 2-run home run by the playing manager Noob Wave. So your score after 1 full inning is Anaheim Stars 3 and the Chicago Breeze nothing. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and none left on. Here comes Aiden, who was best of the Season 9 IPU Rojos. I forget what team he was on mainly last season. As Nishina comes quickly with the first offering, and the check swing went around, 0-1. But anyways, to finish my point, Joe Adele not on the Angels anymore. I think he got traded to Cleveland, if I remember correctly, at the deadline. Interesting to see how he pans out there in the shorter Cleveland outfield. As Aiden watches strike 2 just clip the outside edge of the zone, the count goes to 0-2. 0-2 pitch out on its way from Nishino. Hazamori wants him. Here it comes. And it's a push bunt to the pitcher's mound. This one should be easy for Nishino. It is. It is the first out of the top half of the second inning. So here is Moon. Moon was the one who told me they only had 3 checks. Moon, you were lying. We're going to have a game tonight. Here's the first pitch. And he statues it, and it's in the for called strike 1. Fastball high in the zone. 1 pitch quickly from Nishino. Hit well, center field. This one is going to be cut by Derek. And there's 2 down in the frame. Here is undesired bucket. One of the prominent IPUers of recent times. Everyone is batting about 400 in this league, it feels like. And with the level of hard contact, there's no surprise as the first pitch is outside, 1-0. So Nishino, in pretty good shape, despite giving up the 1-run home run to, I guess it's Goffred. And then the single to fishies because of the double play right away of Seagulls, and he is making good work here in the top half of the second. 1-0 pitch is high, 2-0. Try to get him to bite at the sinker, but just didn't fall into the zone. Count goes to 2-0. Here comes 2-1 pitch eventually. Nishino was a little slow with it. Here it comes. And that one is on the corner for called strike 2. I think I missed strike 1. I don't know how. I must have zoned out for a second. Well, Deuce is wild here in the top half of the second. 2-2 pitch with 2 away coming. And here it is. And, oh, paint the corner again. Strike 3, ring him up. And bucket goes down as the last of the top half of the second. 1-2-3 inning for Nishino. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. First strikeout on the day. We go to the bottom half of the second. And the Anaheim Stars still leading by a score of 3-1. So no Joe. That's here being the Anaheim batter's box. 7th man to come to the plate. Anaheim out on top here, bottom half of the second, 3-1 the score. First pitch swinging, and it's a weak grounder over to third. Third to first, the long throw is in time, and there's quickly 1 away. So here is Prada. Certainly not one of the 400 hitters. Hits that one over the head of the third baseman and down the line. Wow. Surprises come out of everywhere. It's going to be a 1-out single for the man in the 8 hole. And here comes back Nishino, of course. Anaheim playing with 8. Nishino, first time up, flew out to dead away center field. Leading off the bottom half of the first, check swing. Strike well in the zone there. A 1 pitch hit in the air, third base side, and caught on the fly, 2 away. Here is Carter. Carter doubled and was promptly scored by Freeman. 1 pitch after the 2-base hit to left center field. Here comes the pitch. Popped in the air. Middle of the infield. Second base is there. Second base makes the catch. And we have the end of the second inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Fishies settles down after the 3-run first. Score remains 3-1 Anaheim as Nishino comes quickly with the first pitch in the top half of the third, and it's a foul ball by Babuerto into the third base dugout, and the count goes 0-1. A 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Try to hold up, but couldn't. Well in the dirt. Low and in 2 for that measure. So Nishino quickly with the 0-2 advantage. The right-hander is ready. And he steps off. Didn't like the pitch. Steps back on here. And it's on the corner. Ringing him up again. Back-to-back Ks by Nishino. First out here in the top half of the third. And the lineup turns over to Drum. Drum grounded out weakly to the first baseman. His first time up leading off. So bad at-bat there by Babuerto. I don't think I can really say it any other way. As Nishino finds the corner there on a cutter. And the count goes 0-1. High and outside corner, just clipped it. This new strike zone is really making pitchers happy, but of course with the expanded hitting capacity, the out-of-zone penalty and whatnot, it's a double-edged sword. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fouled. And the count goes 1-2. Still a 3-1 game here. We saw all 4 runs scored in the first inning. Chicago took first blood on a Goffred solo shot. Goffred on deck. Here comes the 1-2. Check swing inside, 2-2. And then Anaheim took to the sky themselves after Freeman singled home Carter. Nishino, not Nishino, PM New Wave. But right after that, hit a 2-run home run on a 1-1 count. And it made it 3-1. 2-2 pitch now, finally on its way from Nishino. Here it comes. And it's a ground ball down the first base line. Another easy put out for the first baseman. There's 2 down. And here comes Mr. Solo home run himself. So Drum with 2 weak ground balls down the first base line. That one a little more weaker than the first. Goffred looking to double his home run tally. Takes outside ball 1. He must be playing on an alt because of roadblock suspension is my guess. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Check swings in there, nonetheless 1-1. And takes again, 2-1. Chino coming back with the 2-1 pitch, and that's another ground ball down the first base line. This one, a good snag by Freeman as he heads to the batter's box. That's the end of the top half of the third. Chicago Breeze go down 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Bottom half of the third, score 3-1, none still. Here comes Freeman. Freeman, then Nishino, then Bad Vibes to follow. Freeman, single on the first pitch he saw. It's not going to happen again as he takes strike 1 on the high and inside corner. Fishy still pitching here. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that one's popped in the air weakly. Foul territory. Third baseman, I think that's Siegel's giving chase. Oh, what a snag! And he comes up with it. What a great catch there by the third baseman. Here comes Noob Waves. 2-run home run, his last time up. Batting here with the bases empty, 1 away in the bottom half of the third. I would say this game is going pretty briskly as it stands, as that one is fouled into the grandstand for the first strike on Noob Waves. On a 1-1 pitch, he belts that one far. He has his 1-1 count again. That was an uncompetitive fastball above his head. Ishies. Comes set quickly. Here's the pitch. Oh, blew it by him, but inside 2-1. Noob Waves was not sitting on that one. Still a hitter's count here. 2-1 the count. And the pitch is hit well left center field, but too close to the left fielder. Second out of the frame. Noob Waves didn't get enough of that one, and here comes Bad Vibes. Bad Vibes struck out swinging for the second out in the bottom half of the first, his first time up. Takes strike 1. Just a eephus pitch, a slow knuckleball in the inside corner. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That one is hit weakly center field, but this one is dying. This one's going to get down in no man's land. A nice Texas League bloop single for Bad Vibes, who makes a big turn. He was never going to get second. And here comes Mr. Derek with a 2-out single ahead of him. Derek, his first time up, grounded second to first to end the first. Looking for something a little better here off of Fishies. The pitch. Swinging, bounding ball, too short. Short, the long throw to first in time. And that will do it in the third. So, another scoreless frame for Fishies. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Top half of the fourth we go. And your score is still Anaheim 3, Chicago 1. Chicago coming to bat. Tappy inserted in the lineup here. First at bat of the game. I missed the strike one. I genuinely didn't see it. Well, count is 0-1 on Tappy. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that one is in there for a called strike two. So, of course, with the limited... I mean, not the limited. With the limited... Not... Okay, well... I just said the same thing twice as Tappy takes ball one high, hook bait. I mean, again, with the short-handed rosters, of course, the lineup's going to shift if it gets filled up. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at an inside pitch. First out of the top half of the fourth. Here comes Fishies, and it will be Seagulls to follow. Fishies' first time up, the single that was erased by the double play. Takes ball one. 1-0 pitch. Count evens out at 1-1. Machino comes back quickly, and that one is high, 2-1. Machino, very, very good pitcher to have on the mound when you're pitching with the lead. I mean, he copped up the first run of the game, but he helped to get it right back. Oh, no, he didn't. Excuse me. He's made 2 outs, but he's kept it. He's kept the lead. Losing it on Fishies here. 3-1 to count now. Taking his sweet, sweet time. I guess Aiden got P-ban. Well, that's a walk. And here comes Seagulls, so Fishies works the 1-out walk. Seagulls looking to knock ground into double play again here. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. I swear I keep missing the first pitch of these at-bats. And that one is in there for a called strike one. Just dropped it in there on the top part of the zone. Sheena steps off. Didn't like that pitch. Still working with that 3-1 lead. He's slowed the game quite some. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Oh. Pickoff, but the fielder was off the bag and the runner wasn't. That one's in the air. Foul territory. Third base. Third baseman giving chase. Carter has it. And thinking about a tag was Fishy, but he's going to head back. Not really going to have a good chance to tag on a foul out to third. Runner holds at first. Now 2 away. So here's Moon. Hit it hard, but flew out of center field. His first time up in the second. Anyone can tie this game with 1 swing. Moon, of course, liable to do so. Swings for that one, though. Strike 1. Fastball high. It's only got 1 home run on the year, but you never know what can happen. 0-1 pitch is check swing inside. 1-1. Runner at first is the PM Fishies. Machino comes quick here with the 1-1. And that's outside, 2-1. Here comes 2-1 pitch, and that one is hit well. Left center over the head of the shortstop, and station to station they go. I mean, that's just a good piece of hitting there by Moon to keep the potential 2-out rally alive here. Here comes Undesired Bucket, who struck out looking on a nice fastball in the corner by Nishino to end the second inning. Right-hander's ready. Here he comes. Inside 1-0. On deck is Babueda, who also struck out looking his first time up. 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. I believe this is... Yes, this is where Nishino had Bucket in the first at-bat, but then he took 3 straight strikes, and down he went. So, the 2-0 pitch. Check swing. That one looked downstairs, but it's given as a strike, so the count goes to 2-1. Bucket still batting with the advantage. Nishino looking to even up the count here. 2-1 pitch is hit in the air, right field. This one is going to get caught by Nojo. And that will do it in the top half of the fourth. Best chance since the first to score for the Breeze, but nothing untoward. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom half of the fourth, and the score is still Chicago 0. Chicago 1 and Anaheim 3. Anaheim coming to bat. Nojo, who just made the out in right field, batting for the second time today. He led off the second, grounding out third to first. That's low, 1-0. That is hit well in the air. Center field. This one is carrying. This one is over the wall and gone. Home run for Nojo on the second pitch of the at-bat. And Anaheim tacks one more on to their lead. It's now a 3-run lead. The score now 4-1. Well, kind of woke me up, if I have to be honest. I was kind of expecting it to just be another pitch, get a chance to say something, and then I wouldn't sound like I was in a daze. Well, here comes Prada, who hit a single over the third baseman's head his first time up in the second. Prada's batting average from 0.67 to 125. That one is on the inside part of the zone for call strike 1. So Fishies gives up a run out of nowhere. Can say that about any home run that comes. He had retired, or sorry, he had recorded the last 8 outs without giving up a run. Just those 2 measly singles, but nothing untoward after that. As that one's hit well over the head of the shortstop. This one's getting down, almost got past the left fielder. It's going to be another single for Prada. And the 0.67 batter is got in the hit column twice today. 2 hard hit singles. And here comes Nishino looking for his first hit today. Want to know outside. That one is hit over the head of the second baseman, excuse me. And that is in the gap. To third now is Prada. To second comes Nishino. Prada's going to hold here. And Carter is up with the prime position to add some more runs here to the Stars. I thought that was caught. As I changed the camera angles, the ball just got over the head of the second baseman. And it is another dangerous situation here for Fishy. So Nishino's first hit, a hard hit double, could have been an out just as easily as Carter takes inside 1-0 the count. Fishies comes back quickly and the ball is outside 2-0. I mean, first base is empty, but it's not really the best idea to have the bases full, nobody out, but he's pitching around Carter. That is a high hook. Count goes 3-0. Fishy's losing his command as here comes a 3-0 pitch, and it is a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are full for Freeman. Not necessarily what I would have done in that situation, but Freeman comes in here. First pitch single for an RBI, first run of the game for the Stars. His first time up in first. Popped out foul to third, his second time up. As that one is hit over the head of the second baseman and in front of the right fielder, and that is going to be station to station. The ball goes all the way to third. But everybody is safe, and it's 5-1. Another first pitch swinging. This one a little weaker by Freeman, but it gets the job done, and everybody advances one base. Runner at third now, Nishino. Runner at second, Carter just walked. Freeman at first as Newbwave. Check swings outside, ball one. This game can get ugly real fast here. Newbwave is one and only hit thus far, the 2-run home run just over the yellow line here in right field. 1-1 pitch as he took strike one, and he fouls that one to the backstop out of play. Oh, that one made its way to the second deck. 1-2 the count. Those are the good old suites in Angel Stadium. A lot more suites than they have wins if the count evens out at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Popped in the air. Nobody is there. This one could be a... Oh, infield fly is called. Good decision by the absent umpire, as that could have been a double play in any way imaginable. So, pop-up one, infield fly was in effect. All the runners hold as Bad Vibes take ball one. Big first out there for Fishies. Bad Vibes hits the one in the air left field. This is probably going to drive in a run. Nishino is tagging. All the runners were thinking about advancing, but the throw came in well. Oh! Nishino should have slid, but it doesn't matter. It's 6-1. Bad Vibes gets the job done. Sacrifice fly, RBI. None of the other runners advance. It was a really good throw in from left. Derek hits it on the first pitch. That one drops in front of the left fielder. Carter is thinking about scoring. He's going to hold up. The base is full again with 2 away. And Derek with this first hit of the day. So here is Nojo. As the Stars have batted around the 8-man order. Nojo belted one, a country mile, that away center field for his first hit of the day. Made it 4-1. Count evens out quickly at 1-1 here. Took the first 2 pitches. Bases full. Bottom half of the fourth. Score now 6-1. As the 1-1 pitch is high, 2-1. Ishies is really faltering here. Doesn't look poised to go very longer, as that one is inside 3-1. Carter dancing off of third. At second is is Freeman. And at first is now Derek. 3-1 pitch on its way from Fishies. And it is a RBI walk. And the score is now 7-1. I mean, what the heck are we doing? Here comes Prada, who in 2 times to the plate has single both times, scored his second time around in this very inning. Swings that one, strike one. Got the batting average up to 176 now. It started the day at 067. Swing and a miss, strike two. Trying to do too much here. Trying to be the hero. Carter came in to score on the RBI walk. Freeman at third. Derek at second. All that for naught. Prada strikes out swinging on 3 pitches to end a tumultuous inning for the Breeze. Anaheim does not agree with that word. We go to the top half of the 5th. It is 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. No errors. 3 men left on base. There was 2 walks in the inning. And Fishies has coughed up those 4 runs, making it 7-1 Anaheim. So top half of the 5th here. But Buero quickly behind 0-1. Struck out looking on a nasty pitch on the corner, his first time up in the 3rd. 0-1 pitch. Outside 1-1, but Buero statute it. But Buero then drummed to follow. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Ooh, way early on that one. Tried to check swing and did not hold up. The count goes 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is just laid in there. Called strike 3. I have no idea what Buero was looking at. That's the first out in the 5th, and here is Drum. Drum at second base today. It'll be Drum and then Goffred to follow. Goffred with the lone run for the Breeze thus far. As Drum hits that one well left field. Bad Vibes has a plate on the 1-hop. And it's a 1-out single for the leadoff man. First hit of the day, now 1 for 3. Goffred 1 for 2. Grounded out, unassisted the first baseman. Hard hit, just snagged by Freeman down the line. He's actually behind him. And a solo shot his first time up. And he does it again. That one is crushed a country mile. Dead away center field. That ball is off the batter's eye and well gone. 2-run home run for Goffred. His second tonight. His 3rd this season. Second on this account, but 3rd overall. In to score ahead of him is Drum. And it makes the score a little more respectable here. 2-run home run makes it 7-3. Still Anaheim leading. Wow. Fastball high in the zone. And that one absolutely sent out of here. Fishies is back in the 3rd position, so Tappy, 1 at bat and gone, I guess. Say hey. Check swing in there for a strike nonetheless, 0-1. Fishies is 1 for 1 today. He walked his last time up in the 4th and singled in the 1st. As that one is outside in the zone. 0-2 the count now. Outside part of the zone, rather. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. And it's low, 1-2. Well, just as promised, we are getting a lot of runs here. Just forgot to add the 2 to Chicago. It is a 7-3 game. County Udens out at 2-2. Still 4 runs to get here. Fishies would definitely love to help his own cause as here comes the pitch. Grounded weakly to first. Freeman with another chance. And he converts it very easily. And here comes Seagulls now with the bases empty, 2 away. Takes ball 1 low, 1-0. Seagulls, and then I don't know who will follow. Aiden could be. That one is hit over the head of the 3rd baseman, and Bad Vibes. Oh, it gets through Bad Vibes. He was diving for that one. He wasn't going to get it. He should have played off the hop. To second is Seagulls. Bad Vibes still turns around now. He's going to get the throw in the 3rd. It's going to be a tough one, but Seagulls there, and he beats the throw. It's a 2-out triple on an outfield error. So here comes Aiden. I'll briefly step away in between innings to see if it was, in fact, scored an error. So Aiden checks, swings that one, strike 1. Bunted out his 1 time up. And is quickly behind 0-1 and is now behind 0-2. Swung through that one. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that one is in the air. Center field. Derek is under there. Derek makes the catch. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. Not before 2 men cross the plate. 2-run home run by Goffred. His second of the night over the center field wall deep into the batter's eye. 2 runs on 2 hits. Sorry, 3 hits. No errors. 1 left. Nishino still pitching with the lead. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. Your score now, Anaheim 7 and Chicago 3. I'm briefly going to step away for 1 second here just to see if there was an error. It was not. Go figure. 1-0 pitch. Taken 1-1. I mean, fouled 1-1. Nishino, then Carter, then Freeman. Top of the order for the Stars as Nishino takes ball 2 high, 2-1. In that 4th inning where they batted around the order, 10 men came to the plate. As Nishino hits that one hard down the first base line and gets by, and it's going to be another base hit for Nishino. Right fielder up with it, just going to be a long single. Well, off the end of the bat, but hit hard enough to get by. And it's a leadoff single. Anyways, to finish, Nishino flew out of center field 2 times in a row, but had that double there last time up in the 4th. Carter takes strike 1 on the low and in corner. Freeman on deck looking for his second RBI. I mean, his third RBI and what would be his 3rd hit. Quickly behind 0-2 is Carter. Accidentally put a ball on the screen. It's a little hard doing everything. My first day back. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High, 1-2. One-two pitch. Hit off the end of the bat. Texas Leaguer into right field. This is going to send Nishino rounding second and trying for 3rd. It is going to be another tough throw. It's not going to be in time. Runners at the corners. And Nishino is tagged out on the base paths. Oh my goodness. 9, 5, 6. Double play on a base hit by Carter. I have no idea what I just saw. That one is hit over the head of the first baseman, and that is going to be a 2-out single. I mean, what are we thinking out there on the base paths? What a blunder. So New Wave 1 for 3 today, 2-run home run, and nothing since. Popped out to the pitcher last time up in the 4th and flew out to left. First pitch from Fishies. On the low and in corner, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that's on the high and outside corner, 0-2. Fishies painting the corners here and has New Wave where he wants them. The 0-2 pitch on the high and inside corner, strike 3, sent down looking at 3 straight pitches. That will end the bottom half of the 5th. The Stars had 3 hits in the inning and do not score any runs. No runs on 3 hits. No error. One error. Sorry, no errors, excuse me. 1 left. 2 outs on the base paths. I don't know if it will cost them just yet, but certainly cost them a chance to extend the lead. The score remains put at 7-3. We go to the top half of the 6th. Breeze now batting with the momentum behind them. Bucket, check swing is inside pitch 1-0. And swings for that one, 1-1. Nishino finally changes it up. It's not 2 balls back to back there. And Bucket is quickly behind. Swings for that one, 1-2. Here comes that 1-2 pitch. Fouled off the end of the bat. Count remains at 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is a strikeout swinging. Down goes Bucket. Swung through that one, and here is Cool Chewbacca. Quickly behind 0-1. And quickly behind 0-2. Chicago really needs better at-bats here from the bottom of the order. 0-2 pitches, a bounding ball over to where short would be. It's going to be a play by third. It's Newwave, who's not going to be in time, infield single. And here comes Roberto. Roberto 0 for 2 today. 2 strikeouts looking. Not his best day at the plate. Here comes first pitch from Nishino. Outside, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. High, 2-0. Roberto looked at a lot of strikes in his past 2 at-bats. Didn't really swing at any of them. Went down looking on 3 straight pitches last time up, in fact. Here comes a 2-0. And he takes again low, 3-0. So the passivity is working in his favor this time. Nishino comes quickly with the 3-0 pitch. And that one just nips the zone. The count goes to 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And it is a bounding ball through the middle. Steps on second, throws to first. 4-3, double play, ends the frame, ends the threat. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom half of the 6th, and the score is still Anaheim 3 and Anaheim 7 and Chicago 3. Here come the Anaheim Stars. It's going to be Bad Vibes, then Mr. Derek, and then it should be Nojo to follow. First offering. Bad Vibes is swung and fouled the opposite way over the heads of the Anaheim dugout. And the count goes to 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Low and away, 1-1. Fishies has been doing pretty good. If you exclude 3 of the 5 innings he's pitched. 3 runs in the first, 4 runs in the fourth. Probably should have given up runs in the 5th. He gave up 3 hits and somehow no runs were scored. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. And there's a drive. Left center field. This ball is going. This ball is going. This ball is gone. A home run for Bad Vibes. And the Bad Vibes certainly cooking on the Chicago bullpen. Fishy is getting his pants knocked off. Yet another home run by a member of the Anaheim Stars. And this one makes it 8-3. Home run number 3 for Anaheim. This one by Bad Vibes. One by Nojo on deck now. And one by Noobwave, the playing manager. Derek 1 for 3. He singled and was stranded at second. His last time up in the 4th was a lone base hit. 2 groundouts before that. Looks like we're going to have a change of pitchers here. Fishies finally looks slated to leave the game. It's going to be Aiden on in relief of Fishies. Which is that final line score on Fishies, who exits as the losing pitcher of record. Aiden comes with the first offering to Derek, and Derek swings for that one, strike 1. A 1 pitch on its way. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Chased one outside. 0-2. That one is hit weakly up the middle to Fishies. Now at second. The throw is in time, and there's one away in the frame. So here is Nojo. RBI walk his last time up. And a solo shot in that same inning. The 4th inning. Batting here, bases empty again. One away. He led off that inning. And he takes ball 1 here. 1 of 2 to bat twice in that inning. The other one is the man on deck. And then Prada. 2 for 3 today. Not bad for someone to enter the day at 0-6-7. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fouled hard. Opposite way. That one makes the sweeps in the second deck once again. And the count evens out a 1-1. Nojo, another batter who entered the day batting awfully low. He's got 2 productive at-bats, an RBI walk, and a solo shot. That is 1 for 2. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fouled, third base side. Seagulls giving chase, not going to get there. 1-2 the count. So 1-2 pitch on its way. Here it comes. Outside, 2-2. Good eye there from Nojo. Evens the count, and the Aiden is looking to put him away here. Only 1 down in the bottom half of the 6th. 5-run lead for the Stars. 2-2 pitch from the lefty is fouled. Opposite way again. Third base side. This one makes it about 10 rows deep, and the count remains at 2-2. Nojo takes his sweet time here, getting back into the box. Two-two pitch again. That one hit center field. This one is gonna fall between Fishies, and I think that's bucket out in center field. Talk about Texas leaguer of all Texas leaguers. Here comes a young Prada with 1 on and 1 away. I mean, that's pretty unlucky, but on Aiden's part, probably could have gotten out there, but no luck. Swing and a miss by Prada, 0-1. A 1 pitch. Swings through that one. Chases again. 0-2 the count. Aiden looking to put him away here in the 8th without any further scoring. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Yet another chase by young Prada. And a nice strikeout for Aiden. First on the day. Here comes Nishino. Singled his last time up and was erased on the base pass. Right field to third. To shortstop. In the double play with Carter. Well, he got skipped, and that is the end of the 6th inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Aiden gets the job done, but not before the Anaheim Stars tack on 1 more. And they now lead 8-3 as we are in the stretch. We'll get you the line score on Fishies here. Here it is. 5 innings, 13 hits, 8 runs, all earned. Struck out 4, walked 2, neither were intentionally, and gave up 3 home runs. Exits the day as a losing pitcher record. Winning pitcher record still Nishino, who probably will pitch in the top half of the 7th. I'd like to thank our sponsor for today's game, Gold Bridge Landscaping, the gold standard in HCBB. Proud groundskeeper at 13 of the Major League stadiums across Main League, and of course, main landscaping consultant for the KPB. It is, in fact, Machino, set to step out on the mound here. Start the top half of the seventh. It's going to be Drum. 1 for 3 today with a single and a run scored his last time up in the fifth. 2 groundouts the first before that, and that one is fouled weakly on the third base line. 0-1 the count. Batter on deck is Goffred. 2 hits today, 2 home runs. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. In there for a called strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High, 1-2. Drum, then Goffred, then Fishies. 1-2-3 here for the Breeze. As Drum takes again high above his head, 2-2, uncompetitive pitch by Nishino. So here comes a 2-2 pitch. And it's a weak number, just past the mound. This one's going to be another tough play. Nishino's up with it. Nishino's throw is not in time. A leadoff infield single for Drum. And here comes Goffred once again. Here's the pitch. Check swing inside, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That one is hit well in the air. Right center field. This one is getting down. Rounding second and heading third was Drum. He read the ball well. Derek just fishes that in center field. Drum will score all the way from first. There will be no throw to home. It is a no-out double for Goffred, and the score now 8-4. So Nishino is done for the day. Responsible for the runner at second base. We'll get you the line score on him once that runner from second either is put out on the base paths, scores, or the inning ends. New pitcher is Freeman. Nishino exiting as the winning pitcher record. Cannot lose. But he also could not win. Depends what happens here in these final 3 frames as Fishies takes ball 1 high. And check swings on a pitch in the zone anyways, and the count goes 1-1. Freeman stares down Fishies before heading back to the mound. Fishies, then Seagulls, and then Aiden to follow. 3, 4, 5, 4. Chicago as Fishies hits the one in the air over the head of Nishino right into right field. And it's going to be played on a 1-hop. Goffred thinking about scoring. It'll just be runners at the corners, first and third. And still nobody out for Seagulls. Tripled his last time out with 2 away. Quickly behind 0-1. And the count evens out at 1-1. Once again, runner at third is Goffred, runner at first Fishy. Tying run on deck if Seagulls reaches. Here comes a 1-1. Ground ball weakly. There will be no double play. There will be no play at home. Nishino will just have to take the out at first. Runner advances to second, and the score now 8-5. First out of the frame. That run charged to Nishino. We can get you the line score on him in just 1 minute. Fishies moves to second base as Aiden swings hard. Left center field. This one is getting down for a base hit. Aim to score is Fishies. The ball still not yet fished off the wall. Derek is up with it. The throw comes into second. And Aiden will hold there with a stand-up double. Trades places with Fishies. And the score now 8-6. So just like I was saying, Nishino very well could not be the winning pitcher. Still can't be the loser, of course. His day is done in terms of scoring. Here comes undesired bucket. 0-3 today and quickly behind 0-1. So for Nishino, 6 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Struck out 4, walked 1, gave up 2 home runs, both to Goffred. Here comes the 0-1 pitch and Bucket swings through it. It was above his head and he still swung and the count goes 0-2. Have a very good day on our game on our hands, excuse me. A lot of scoring from both teams. It hasn't been close, but it's getting closer. As Bucket squeezes down a bunt, it's going to be an easy out at first. Thinking about scoring was Aiden, but the sacrifice gets the job done, advances the runner to third. A productive out with 2 strikes. Bucket, of course, not having the best day at the plate. Here comes comeback, cool Chewbacca, excuse me. Pinch hit single, first and only time up. In the 6th inning, a race on the double play. Quickly behind 0-1. Runner at third, 2 away, 3-run game. That one's hit hard up the middle. This one is getting down in front of Derek, and it is going to be a run-scoring single for cool Chewbacca. And here is Drum, adding in place of Roberto. Drum is 2 for 4 today. Lineup turns over, I guess Roberto left the game. 2 strikeouts and a double play. That one is hit hard but foul. The count remains 0-1. So the score now 8-6. That's not right. 8-7. No? Yes, 8-7. Count evens out 1-1. So Drum could take the lead with 1 swing now. Could also tie the game with 1 swing if it gets down. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Inside 2-1. Freeman coming in precarious danger of blowing the game. Once again, 1-run lead now. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Check swing, 1 around, 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped weakly in the air. Straight at shortstop. New Wave is there. New Wave makes the catch. And that will end the inning. But not before Nishino is sent packing. And the Chicago Breeze bat around the order. 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors. 1 left. And we go to the bottom half of the 7th. The score is now the Chicago Breeze only trailing by 1 run. Anaheim 8 and Chicago 7. So it will be Freeman leading off. Looks like Carter's day is done. He might have left. Was the man due up? Aiden taking a sweet time. Scoreless 1 inning of relief after the solo shot by Bad Vibes knocked Fishies out of the game. Fishies, of course, still the losing pitcher record, gave up all 8 runs, but very well could not be the loser. Of course, can't be the winner. 2.5 innings left to play here. Here comes the first pitch to Freeman. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Momentum firmly in the Anaheim corner after Nishino and Carter were thrown off the base paths. Nishino was knocked from the game in the top half of the 7th. 4 runs scored. And that one is hit a hard grounder up through the gap where second base would be. Of course, Chicago playing shorthanded, and it's going to be a leadoff single. So here's Noob Waves. 1 for 4 today. 2-run home run in the first, but nothing since. Struck out looking, and is the last time up out in the 5th. Here's the pitch. And then for a called strike 1. Slow hook on top part of the zone. 0-1 pitch coming quickly. Here it is. And that one is low, 1-1. Here comes that 1-1 pitch. And that is hit. Foul. Third base side. And the count goes 1-2. Still nobody out here. Bottom half of the 7th. Anaheim once had an 8-3 lead, but it's now only a 1-run in the game. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Low, 2-2. There comes a 2-2 pitch. In the air. This one is going to be playable. Fishies is there. Aiden is there. Nobody makes the catch, and it is going to be a double play because Noob Waves didn't run. Well, that is why you always run out your balls in play. So instead of 1 on, 1 away, it is nobody on, nobody away, 1 unassisted. Sorry. Yeah, 1 unassisted to 3 double play. You usually don't see those too often. Bad Vibes takes ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That one is hit in the air. Third base and caught. And that will do it here. Once again, another base running error by Anaheim. Eradicates any chance of a rally. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. Nobody left. We go to the top half of the 8th. Still a 1-run game. Chicago leading 8-7. I mean, Anaheim leading Chicago 8-7, excuse me. Here is Goffred. Goffred is 3 for 4 today now, and he hits that one well in the air, right field, but this is going to be caught by Nojo, and there's 1 down. So here is Fishies, 2 for 3 today. Singleton scored his last time up, singled in the first, and walked once as well. Very good day at the plate, not very good day on the mound. First pitch swinging, that one hit into the gap of left center. Derek is giving chase. Fishies clips the edge of the base. Very good base running and is into second. The throw is cut off, would not have been there in time. And here comes Seagulls, batting with a runner in scoring position, only 1 away. Fishies making up for giving up 8 runs on the mound. Doing his job, he's now 3 for 4 and has reached 4 or 5 times at the plate. Seagulls, once again, double, and an RBI ground out his last time up. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that's inside, 2-1. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Walking through that one, and the count evens up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here. Top half of the 8th. Seagulls looking to tie the game with a good swing. And the pitch. Oh! A big strikeout there for Aiden. On the high part of the zone. Sends Seagulls down. With the second out here of the inning. And here comes Aiden. No runs allowed in 2 innings of relief. Looking to drive in Fishies from second with his would-be second hit of the day. Here comes the first pitch from his counterpart reliever Freeman. Freeman has not had the best relief work of his life. He gave up the inherited runner at second and gave up 2 runs after that. Both charged to him. Swings to that one, strike 1 to Aiden. So the count even at 1-1. Aiden on deck. It would be Bad Vibes to follow. Or sorry, Bucket to follow, excuse me. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing weakly up the middle, second base. New Wave cuts off Nishino. New Wave gets the out at first. No runs on one hit. No errors. And one left. We go to the bottom half of the eighth. Excuse me for not changing the inning. And the score remains 8-7 in favor of Anaheim. Mr. Derek, Nojo, and Prada at the bottom of the order. Last chance for the Anaheim Stars to add to the lead before the top half of the ninth. Derek swings that one, strike one. He's 1 for 4 today. Singled in the fourth, but 3 groundouts, 2 to second and 1 to short. Here comes the 0-1. Swings for that one, chases a slow ball. That didn't look like it was going to find the zone anyways, and the count goes 0-2. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. A long windup from the southpaw, and Derek chases again, strike 3. And there is 1 down in the 8th. And here is Nojo. Got his batting average up to 182. Still not very good, but 2 for 3 today with a solo shot, an RBI walk, and a single. Anyone will take that any time of the day. Here comes the first pitch. Nojo, it's low, ball 1. Batter on deck, Prada. Start the day 2 for 2. It's 2 for 4 now. Still a good day. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's hit well. Left field. This one is getting down, and it's going to one-hop off the wall. Nojo, very slow to get out of the box. I don't know if he thought that was a home run or not. He's going to get in there with a sliding double. Made it a lot closer than it had to be, but here comes Prada. Nojo now 3 for 4 today. Not bad. Triple shy of the cycle. If we have extra innings, there's always a chance for that. Prada hits that one hard on the ground to third. Runner will not advance. And there is 2 down. Here comes Nishino. Skipped his at-bat his last time up. A double, a run scored, and a single. 2 for 4 today. Aiden taking a sweet time here. It might not be Carter behind, it might be Freeman to bat. Freeman is 4 for 5 today. Carter might have left the game after that single where he's thrown out on the base pads. He was 2 for 3 today with a walk as well and a 2-run scored. Well, Aiden still yet to step on the rubber. Last of the 8th. Nishino calls time. No need. Aiden's still waiting. We can just read the chat together and figure out what's going on. Looks like they're arguing about a lineup alter. I'm just going to mute and enjoy my seltzer water. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, Seagulls is waiting for a different bod. Okay. All right, I'm getting you. Well, the new wave just finally ended it by giving an out plus. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. Aiden has not had to bat to Nishino, pitch to Nishino despite Nishino coming to bat 2 times in 3 innings. So we go to the top half of the ninth, and the score is still 8-7 Anaheim. It's going to be undesired bucket, and the first pitch from Freeman is outside on the zone, strike 1. Bucket, then Cool Chewbacca, and then the lineup turns over to Drum. 6-7-1. A 1 pitch inside, 1-1. And it kind of goes 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. That one is popped in the air. One hopper to third. The throw from third to first. Not in time. Infield single by undesired bucket. First hit of the day comes in the top half of the ninth. Good time to get it. So here comes Cool Chewbacca. 2 for 2 today. Off the bench. RBI single in the 7th and a single in the 6th. First pitch of Chewbacca is high. 1-0. A runner at first. Undesired bucket. Tying run. Go ahead run at the plate. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. And that one is hit in the air. This one is not getting down. Newway makes the play in the air, and that's the first out. So here's Drum. 2 for 5 today. 2 singles, 2 runs scored. 2 groundouts the first, and a pop out of short his last time up in the 7th. Here comes the first pitch. Low, ball 1. Here comes a 1-low pitch. Runner was in motion. That one's hit down the left field line. This is going to be a tough one. Undesired bucket already at second. He's heading for third. Bad vibes just fishes it out. The throw comes into short. Undesired bucket was thinking about home. It's going to be runners at second and third. Still 1 away. And it is going to be a tough situation here for Freeman. It is Turbo off the bench. Well, Turbo and then I believe Goffred to follow. No man at home. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. Now, I know Turbo's a very good batter, but maybe you want to tie the game and get the sacrifice bunt down with nobody catching. Or maybe you can't. Maybe you can't. No catcher. I don't know the rule. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. That one's popped in the air. And there is 2 away. Should have bunted. Runners will not advance. It's going to be up to Goffred. 2 home runs today and a double. And it's going to be intentional walk. And it's going to be up to the PM Fishies. So excuse me while I fill in my scorecard. One and 0 on Fishies. Once again, 2 away. Bases are full here in the top of the 9th. 1-run game. The pitch inside, 2-0. Fishies want something to hit. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Freeman. 40th pitch in relief. On its way, here it comes. That one's on the high end corner, 2-1 the count. Fishies was beckoning him for a strike, and he got a strike. To put his bat where his mouth is. Definitely in pole position, too. 3 and 4 today. Fishies reached 4 of 5 times, if you include that walk. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And Freeman steps off, calls time. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And that is in there for called strike 2. Down to their final strike once again. Bases full, 1-run game. Chicago has battled back. They had 4 runs in the 7th and 2 runs in the 5th to get him right here. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, and the count goes full, 3-2. Nowhere to put Fishies. The game could very well come down to this very pitch. Here comes the big payoff pitch. We're going to have to wait a little longer. Fishy steps up and calls time. The pressure is on both the batter and the pitcher. The question is, who will cave here? The payoff pitch is still yet to come. The runner at third, undesired bucket. Over at second is Drum, and at first, Goffred. Still waiting on the man on the mound, Freeman. He's ready. He steps. He winds. He deals. And ball 4! RBI walk has tied the game at 8-8. And here comes Seagulls with a chance to give Chicago their first leads in the top half of the first. RBI walk for Fishies. Gets the job done. Undesired bucket started it. He was 0 for 3 today. Infield single. And now here is Seagulls. One for 5 today, a triple and an RBI ground out. Struck out twice. No, sorry, it has not struck out twice. It's quickly behind 0-2. Excuse me. Once again, this game is tied at 8-8. We'll go to the bottom half of the ninth. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That is popped foul, first base side, and we'll do it again. The count remains at 0-2. A runner at third is Moon. Runner at second, Goffred. Runner at first, Fishies. The PM tied the game without swinging the bat. Big, full count, 2-out walk. Here comes the 0-2 pitch once again from Freeman. Inside, 1-2. You had a feeling that a ball was coming, and the ball did come. So, Freeman. 48th pitch from the pen. Here comes that 1-2. And that is a big chase by Seagulls. Down he goes. Strikes out with the bases full, but not before the Chicago Breeze tie this game at 8-8. We go to the bottom half of the ninth. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. 3 left. It's anybody's ball game now. Bottom half of the ninth. Machino leading off. The out plus, of course, didn't skip his at-bat, so it will be Aiden to pitch to Nishino for the first time tonight. Aiden has not allowed a run in 3 innings of relief and is in pretty good pitch condition. Steps off after the 1-0. Base is empty here. Almost feels like sudden death, of course. It's sudden death in the bottom half of the ninth. 1 run, of course, enough to win this game. 1 run's all I need. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that is hit foul. First base side evens the count 1-1. We could very well have extra innings baseball on our hands here. A pretty good welcome back. Of course, a walk-off. I'll take it as well. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Shaq swing in the dirt, 2-1. Shaq swing again, but the count goes 2-2. The windup. The deal. The 2-2 pitch hit in the air. Second base. Oh, what the hell was that? It's going to be an infield single on what certainly is a fielding error. And that could very well cost him. Runner at first is Freeman. He's cost the game on the mound. He blew the save. Of course, he had a lot of work to do. Couldn't get it done. Now's his chance to be the hero. He's been the hero today at the plate. 4 for 5, 4 singles, 2 RBIs, a run scored. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. In just a minute, runner at first again, Nishino. Lead off single on its fielding error. That one's in the air, second base. This one is going to be caught. And there's 1 down. Here comes the Noob Waves. Takes outside, ball one, check down to first. The runner got back before the fielder. Of course, he's not out. Chino, just the slightest of leads. Still technically on the bag, according to HCBB. It's all on Aiden. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. 2-0 high. New wave, the PM. Looking to put his team in the lead for good. Of course, it would end the game. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Oh, that one looked like a strike to me, but it's taken for ball 3. And now comes a critical time here for Aiden. Yet to give up a run. It's the bottom of the 9th. 8-8 our score here. So, don't want to give something too good to hit. 3-0 pitch from the fireman. The long windup from the southpaw. Here it comes. Down the heart of the plate, strike one. Oh, very gutsy pitch on a man who hit a home run earlier today. Feels like an eternity, and it almost is. We have seen a couple good hours of baseball here. 16 runs, 8 for each side. About, 5 home runs, I think? Not too bad. A lot of base running errors, too. And some fielding errors. You get a little bit of everything here tonight at the ballpark. Feels just like an Angels game. Except for the fact that the game is close. Again, they got shut out 7-0 today by Alcantara and the Marlins. About typical, considering the fact they sold a good portion of their team. Here comes a 3-1 pitch from the lefty. And that one is hit well. Left center field, carried towards the fountain. It's in the fountain. It's gone. Walk up and see you later. Anaheim make things very, very close, but they get the job done in the end. The PM starts the cause. He put his team in the lead for the first time in the bottom half of the first. He puts his team in the lead and the win column in the bottom half of the 9th. A booming pitch. And Aiden, who had pitched good in relief for those 3 innings, he had to make it a little bit too good after getting into a 3-0 count. Losing pitcher, valiant in defeat. The Anaheim Stars had the 8-3 lead. After Chicago took an early 1-0 lead, they made it 3-1. And then it was, what was it? And then it was 7-1. And then it was 7-3. And then it was 8-3. And then it was 8-7 and 8-8. But in the bottom half of the 9th, Anaheim pulls ahead. They saved their 2-run home run for a very dramatic walk-off victory. Well, that's all we have here from the ballpark. Winning pitcher in relief, Freeman. Losing pitcher in relief, Aiden. Final score from Angels Stadium. Anaheim 10 and Chicago 8. So they're tied on record, I believe, that the Chicago Breeze are still in first place by virtue of their run differential. Oh, maybe not. No. Best run differential now is the Anaheim Stars, so Anaheim should be first place. Again, tied for record. That's all that really counts. Well, once again, from Anaheim, this was Capitalist speaking to you. Welcome back for me. A good welcome back. Walk-off victory tonight for the Anaheim Stars. Once again, this is Capitalist on behalf of SESN on SBC saying thank you for watching so long, and we hope to see you again. This is Capitalist signing off. Good night.